Valley Food Bank. Living in a food-insecure home makes it difficult for children to perform efficiently in school and to face the challenges of being a child. I urge you to help these kids. Donate to the Food Bank's Backpack Program. Recipients are children who rely on school meals and risk going hungry on weekends when they're away from school. The IV Food Bank Backpack Program. Donate online at ivfoodbank.org.
Last word we have, roads are open, travel with care, traveler's advisory for high-profile vehicles. Your border wait, an hour and 30 downtown, 15 Century, 30 pedestrian, 40 at the Eastport, 10 minutes Century, 20 minutes at the Ready Lane there.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. It's time to play some tag in the NFL, and Lamar Jackson may soon be it. With the franchise tag window beginning Tuesday around the league, NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero is reporting Baltimore plans to use the tag on their quarterback if a long-term deal can't be reached. Teams now have until March 7th to tag one of their pending free agents to keep them off the market. Baltimore's new offensive coordinator Todd Monken is hoping the Ravens keep Jackson long-term. In his introductory press conference Tuesday, Monken called Jackson elite and says he's, quote, underrated as a passer in terms of his ability to throw it down the field. Jalen Hurts still has a year left on his rookie deal, but A.J. Brown wants him to get paid now. The Eagles receiver said on the Raw Room podcast Philly needs to, quote, give Jalen the house, the building, the state, everything. Brown adds if the Eagles don't want to sign Hurts long-term, the team can, quote, just ship me off wherever he's going. This is Bet NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Are you wasting money on a timeshare you rarely use? Cancel it with Titan Exit Group. Get a free consultation and see how they can stop the never-ending maintenance fees and mortgage payments. In fact, if your timeshare contract is not terminated, you owe nothing, so you have nothing to lose. But those monthly fees. Get legally released from your timeshare, 100% guaranteed. Call now for your free consultation at 800-200-0894. 800-200-0894.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. A good day, sunshine. It's a Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. This would be George Washington's birthday. Yeah, but it's all been consolidated into President's Day. Yeah, so we'll just kind of go with that. And for those of you who got the 3-day weekend, well, more power to you. Well, coming up, we've got an update on the traffic accident Monday night that claimed 3 lives. We'll share that information with you. We've got information on the wind and some of the problems it created. It's all coming up. Yesterday, by the way, was Fat Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday. For those of us who are Pennsylvania Dutchmen, it was Fasnacht Day, and Fasnacht. Well, it's a donut, in effect. Okay. Yeah, but there's more to it than that. Let's see. Well, a new study out, it found that Democrats are more likely than Republicans to make campaign donations online. Okay. However, Republicans are more likely to do it if they have grandchildren who show them how to use a computer. Okay. Coming up, we've got birthdays and a few other things for you as we keep you informed. And don't forget our morning news like this. We're on the YouTube channel And you can share that with your friends and family that are outside of the Valley. We also have a great Facebook page. You can check out our Facebook page. And what else? Oh, we've got a website, really good website. Yeah, you can check that out as well. So right now, let's check in with the birthdays. Today, George Washington would have celebrated. Actor Paul Dooley is 95. Actor John Ashton, 75. Actor Julie Walters is 73. She has been in the Harry Potter films. Actor Ellen Green is 72. Actor Kyle MacLachlan, 64. Actor Paul Lieberstein is 56. Actor Jerry Ryan is 55. Actor Thomas Jane, 54. Leo Solanga is 52. Actor Drew Barrymore, 48. Actor Zach Rohrig, 38. Actor Daniel E. Smith is 33. Coming up, local birthdays.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We have happy birthday wishes today. Elisa Beltran, Anastasio Quintal, Moses Aguilar, Larry Layton, Fletcher Mavity, Johnny Esquer, Nicole Woods, Gloria Ann Matthew, Andrew Rivera, Art Silva, Margarita Coriel, Bianca Contreras, Christian Rasmussen, Martha Lopez, Katerina Neri, and Teodoro Ornelas. Happy birthday from KXO. And, of course, many happy returns. Why not? Well, let's see. In 2003, I don't know if you knew this, but Paul McCartney played a private party for the executive producer of The Larry King Show. He donated his $1 million appearance fee to Adopt a Minefield charity. You know, you go back and you think about it. Paul McCartney, very familiar with landmines. Well, yeah, after all, he did deal with Yoko Ono back in the 60s, right? That would qualify. We've got news, and we're going to jump in with the wind. It's just the way it sometimes goes, but we've got to look at world news headlines, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
Trade minutes canceled or delayed more than 2,000 flights in the U.S. WCCO TV's Barrett Leone is at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport.
Several airlines have issued travel waivers ahead of this storm that we're coming in, including Delta, American, United, Southwest.
Twin Cities could get more than 2 feet of snow. President Biden's wrapped up a 3-day trip to Europe with a meeting of Eastern NATO leaders in Warsaw.
Today, as we approach the one-year anniversary of Russia's further invasion, it's even more important that we continue to stand together. And I think this is proof of this, how strongly we feel.
U.S. officials now say Russia launched a ballistic missile test ahead of President Biden's surprise visit to Ukraine, but the test failed. The National Security Council's John Kirby.
We continue to monitor Mr. Putin's nuclear posture as best we can. We've been doing that since he invaded a year ago.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
And CBS Headline News brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
World News brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, for maintenance, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Here's something to do. Visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, yeah, they have peanuts, but they've got so much more. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time. The Peanut Patch with homemade chocolates. They make fresh English toffee. Pecan turtles made from a special recipe starting from scratch. You'll love their yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, and almonds. So many great things at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Great place to pick up a gift for your loved ones. Of course, they accept most credit cards. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Visit them. Yeah, Google thepeanutpatch.com and get directions, or place your orders on their website. Again, that's thepeanutpatch.com. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Oh, yes, they do offer tours. Yeah, ask them about it. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. And it's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Winds that reached 60 miles per hour whipped through the Imperial Valley last night and early this morning. The high winds resulted in Interstate 8 being closed to high-profile vehicles from Ocotillo to Willows Road in San Diego County. At least 2 tractor-trailer rigs were blown over late Tuesday afternoon in the valley. Other closures, State Route 86 closed for several hours from the Border Patrol checkpoint to the Riverside County line due to high winds and limited visibility. A downed utility pole blocking State Route 111 near Keystone Road shut down 111 for several hours. Scattered power outages reported throughout the Imperial and Coachella valleys as well. And a wind-whipped brush fire near Drew Road and Interstate 8 prompted the evacuation of storms crossing RV Park shortly before midnight. An evacuation center was established at Southwest High School. The 3-alarm fire was battled overnight by several local fire departments. Well, the Salton Sea Advisory Committee will meet. George Gale has that story.
It is being held tomorrow, Thursday. Meeting this month is being held at the Coachella Valley Water District in the Steve Robbins Administrative Building in Palm Desert. It starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Those who cannot attend in person can view the meeting via Zoom webinar. For Zoom information and a look at the agenda, go to saltonsea.com/meetings. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Faced with a projected $22 billion budget deficit, the state of California says they will cut back on medical services provided to asylum-seeking migrants. The state has provided testing for COVID-19 as well as vaccine for the virus. The state began funding the Migrant Assistance Program during the coronavirus pandemic. There are 3 health resource centers near the border, 2 in San Diego County, 1 in Imperial County. But with the looming budget crisis, the governor is backing off the program and asking the federal government to step up. The program has provided more than $1 billion in humanitarian aid for migrants, including the COVID testing, providing food and lodging, as well as travel assistance. The state says They will cut back on medical support, but continue with the other programs. KXO News Time is 7:42. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. In other news, an El Centro business was burglarized. Police are investigating the break-in at the business in the 900 block of Dogwood. Among the items taken were Yeti coolers, a Yeti bag, Bolo glasses, a fat tire bike, impact tools, grinders, and knives. Total loss estimated at nearly $3,000. Police are reviewing video surveillance footage. And the Brawley STEM building is in the news. There'll be a listening session. George Gale has more.
It is on the Brawley STEM building. They are hosting a community update and listening session on the Brawley STEM building in development. It will be held Tuesday, February 28th, Rodney Auditorium at SDSU Calexico campus. It'll start at 5 p.m. San Diego State University President Adela de la Torre and Guillermina Gina Nunez Michiri, Dean of SDSU Imperial Valley, will share the shared vision for creating STEM academic career opportunities in Imperial Valley in support of regional students and families and in response to the statewide Lithium Valley project. Key updates will be announced and questions submitted via the online form will be addressed. The event will conclude with a musical performance by SDSU College of Professional Studies and Fine Arts students. To register and submit questions, complete the online form at the sdsU.iv website by February 24th. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that's it for page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
It's tax season, and Barone Enterprises Services is here to help you get things done right. They'll make sure your income taxes are done properly with top quality, courteous, professional service. And employers, did you know there's some tax rebates you might not have heard about that'll save you money? Barone's has decades of experience with setting up corporations or partnerships and assisting businesses with QuickBooks and bookkeeping solutions. To set up an appointment, call Barone Enterprises Services or stop by their office at 404 East 2nd Street in Calexico. Barone Enterprises Services.
And page 2 of the local news, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state in the U.S. of A. 3 people died when a Tesla Model 3 traveling eastbound in the westbound lanes of Interstate 8 collided with another car. The accident occurred at about 7:30 p.m. Monday on Interstate 8 east of Forester Road in the Valley. The Tesla collided head-on with an Acura that was westbound on the freeway. The Tesla burst into flames and was fully engulfed in fire. The driver of the Tesla, a passenger in that car, and the driver of the Acura all died at the scene. The crash remains under investigation as authorities work to determine why the Tesla was traveling the wrong way on the freeway, whether the victims were wearing seatbelts, whether drugs or alcohol were factors in the crash. The Imperial County Coroner's Office and California Highway Patrol investigating the accident. County Fire responded to the accident and worked to control that blaze. Interstate 8 westbound lanes were shut down for several hours as emergency responders worked at the scene. And at about 8:55 that evening, another accident occurred on eastbound Interstate 8 when a driver who was looking at the accident scene, a looky-loo, failed to pay attention to the road and collided with another vehicle, causing even more problems for emergency responders. The County of Imperial District 5 will have a town hall meeting. George Gale has more.
It will be held Monday, February 27th. District 5 is represented by Supervisor John Hawk. Town hall meeting will be held at the Barbara Worth Resort on Country Club Drive in Hauteville beginning at 4 p.m. It is free and open to the public. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And it's Blues, Brews, and BBQ. Saturday, the Market Days event in Imperial, and it's the 11th annual Tri-Tip Cook-Off taking place at the same time. KXO News Time is 7:48.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates Sushi Rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous Sake Bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
The National Weather Service says a strong winter storm has swept through the southwest today. Along with much cooler temperatures, winds will be the most notable threat with this system. Windy to very windy conditions will continue through today, which will also cause blowing dust issues. Below normal temperatures will continue through the remainder of the forecast period. 79, the high in the valley yesterday, 48, the overnight low. Winds measured at 60 miles an hour at NAFL Centro. Today will be sunny with a high near 60. West winds 30 to 40 miles an hour with gusts as high as 55 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 41. West wind 10 to 20 miles an hour. Becoming south after midnight, those winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 62. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. A 10% chance of showers after 4 p.m. tomorrow. And right now, downtown El Centro, 52 degrees, 40% relative humidity. Wind out of the west at 15 to gusting up to 25 miles an hour at times. Page 2 of the local news, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get up and get into Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. Like the Ford F-150, or check out Ford Maverick and Ford Ranger pickups. So get into Ford Truck Month and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Now during Truck Month, get a Ford F-150 XLT truck with 0.9% APR financing for 60 months plus $1,000 low APR cash. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0.9% APR financing for 60 months at $1,705 per month per $1,000 financed. Down payment may vary depending on credits. Not available on Raptor, Tremor, and Lightning. Residency restrictions apply. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 4/3/2023. See dealers and complete details.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA still on their All-Star break. But during the break, the Atlanta Hawks fired coach Nate McMillan, clearing the way for an immediate search that will start with leading candidate Quinn Snyder. The Hawks made assistant Joe Prunty the interim coach. The team 29-30 in 8th place in the Eastern Conference. New general manager Landry Fields will begin pursuit of the franchise's next coach as soon as today. College hoops, well, the San Diego State Aztecs rolled. They beat Colorado State 77-58. In other news, Michigan State Tom Izzo gazed into the crowd before his team played its first home game since a mass shooting on campus killed 3 students. The Spartans up to the occasion, and Michigan State topped Indiana and an emotional return to home court. Meanwhile, Alabama freshman basketball standout Brandon Miller brought a teammate the handgun that was used to kill a woman last month. That, according to police in Tuscaloosa. Police testified that Miller brought Darius Miles' gun to him on the night of the fatal shooting of 23-year-old Jonay Harris after Miles texted him and asked him to do so.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in the NFL, San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has been waiting for swelling in his right elbow to reduce so he can have the torn ulnar collateral ligament repaired. The procedure was supposed to happen today in Arlington, Texas, but the surgery will be delayed further. The PGA Tour can add Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and its governor, Yasser Al-Rumayyan, as defendants in its countersuit against Live Golf, a U.S. District Court judge ruled last night. Small ball underway, spring training. The Cactus League in Arizona, the Grapefruit League in Florida, and the Padres, well, the Padres owner, Pete Seidler, says re-signing Manny Machado is a top priority. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Forecasts from Walmart and Home Depot made for a grim day of trading on Tuesday. The mega retailers' predictions of a weakening economy and a dip in consumer spending this year sent markets tumbling as Wall Street seemed to realize that the Federal Reserve's campaign to quell inflation could yet lead to recession. Consumer spending, which accounts for about 70% of America's gross domestic product, has dropped a bit. Meanwhile, American shoppers have almost single-handedly kept the U.S. economy afloat by continuing to shell out cash for purchases despite stubbornly high inflation. Meanwhile, When Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine a year ago, Western countries hit back with an unprecedented list of sanctions to punish Moscow and pile pressure on President Vladimir Putin. The aim, to deal an economic blow so severe that Putin would reconsider his war. Russia's economy did weaken as a result, but it also showed surprising resilience. As demand for Russian oil fell in Europe, Moscow redirected its barrels to Asia. The country's central bank staved off a currency crisis with aggressive capital controls and interest rate hikes. Military expenditures supported the industrial sector, while the scramble to replace Western equipment and technology lifted investment. Taking a look at the big board right now, we see green. The Dow up 41 points at 33,170. The S&P 500 up 1.5 points at 39.98. The NASDAQ up 15 at 11,506. Meanwhile, gold up $3.90 an ounce, and oil down $1.56 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 60, very windy. West winds 30 to 40 miles an hour, gusting as high as 55 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 41. West winds continue 10 to 20 miles an hour, becoming south after midnight. Those winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high near 62. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gust as high as 30 miles an hour. A very slight chance of showers after 4 p.m. tomorrow. And right now we're looking at 52 degrees, 43% relative humidity at the Imperial County Airport. Winds at 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 40 miles an hour. So the wind's obviously still with us. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steele.
I'm Steve Kathan. With heavy snow and blizzard-like conditions, it's tough to get around in much of the upper Midwest. This woman is stuck in Minneapolis trying to get to Dallas.
I went up to the flight desk and I asked them for a travel voucher because that's what the customer representative on the phone told me to. And then they laughed in my face.
WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen on a storm that's sweeping in from the west that will have some staying power.
The state of Minnesota is going to see blizzard warnings that continue right through the day today. It could be a 2-3 day event of snowfall that will be accompanied by strong gusty winds and blizzard conditions, putting down anywhere from a foot to 2 feet of snow.
Overseas, it's the final day of President Biden's overseas trip. He's in Poland.
The president met here with the Bucharest Nine, the group of NATO leaders whose countries are closest to Russia.
As NATO's eastern flank, you're on the front lines of our collective defense, and you know better than anyone what's at stake in this conflict.
Asked by a reporter for his view of Russia suspending its participation in the New START nuclear arms treaty, Mr. Biden said Vladimir Putin is making a big mistake. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Warsaw.
The forewoman on the Georgia grand jury that recommended charges against more than a dozen people in the Trump 2020 election investigation is speaking out. Emily Kors tells CNN.
I'm not the judge, I'm not the lawyers, but I will be frustrated if nothing happens. There was just too much for this to just be, oh, okay, we're good, bye.
Kors has not specified in interviews if an indictment is recommended against the former president. A new estimate finds the country could face an unprecedented default on its obligations as soon as early June if Congress does not act to lift the debt limit. That projection from the Bipartisan Policy Center says the U.S. will reach the limit as soon as summer or early fall. Well, the government's pressuring the Norfolk Southern rail line to pay for the cleanup of the toxic rail derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. CBS's Roxana Saberi tells us former President Trump is due to visit there today.
He is expected to meet with members of the community and with local officials. East Palestine schools are closed in preparation for his visit. I have talked to residents to see if they're excited for his visit. They do say that many of them are fans of the former president.
Amazon has closed on its nearly $4 billion acquisition of the primary care organization One Medical. That company runs a membership-based service offering virtual care and in-person visits. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 26 points. This is CBS News.
Find tools for the job site or your own backyard at over 10,000 authorized local steel dealers. Find yours at steelusa.com, STIHLUSA.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
The ancient Italian city of Venice usually has a problem with flooding from high tides, but not lately.
There's something missing from the Venetian soundscape right now, the sound of water sloshing against stone. Exceptionally low tides and a lack of rain have left some of the city's famous canals almost dry. Gondolas lie stranded in the mud. Forecasters say rain is expected in Venice in the next few days, though Italy as a whole still faces a severe drought this year. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
The Securities and Exchange Commission says the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and its investment arm will pay $5 million in fines. It's alleged the church used shell companies to obscure the size of the portfolio under church control. Investigators said a church portfolio manager hadn't filed required paperwork to disclose value. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.